welcome back to my channel. My name is Jazz. If you're new here, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, stay a little while. If you're new to my channel, then my channel is basically just about helping other people just go after the thing that God put inside of them, helping people go after that light, go after those goals, those dreams, whatever it is that God put inside of you. This channel is here to cultivate that and to help you bring that forth, right? But if you missed last week's video, make sure you go check out last week's video. Last week I talked about the importance of trying new things as it relates to your purpose, like finding your purpose, walking in purpose. If you're somebody that's just struggling, like you don't necessarily know what your purpose could be, last week's video will help you tremendously. I'm gonna put a link to it below so you can click right there and you can go straight to the video. But I'm so excited to talk to y'all this week. Y'all know I got my notes. I am a little, like, I'm getting over a cold, so if I sound like on top of me talking low because my baby sleep, but if I sound like a little off, that's why. But like I was saying, like this week we're going to talk about paying a price. And I was on my Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, if not, I'm going to put that below too so you can hit the link and follow me on Instagram. But I was talking on my Instagram this past week and I was just having a conversation with myself, really, and it made me share through Instagram. But I was having a conversation with myself, and I was just talking to myself, like wondering, like, what took me as long as it took me to get to the mindset that I'm currently at, like the mindset of like whatever it takes, I'm gonna do it. Whatever I gotta do in order to make this vision a reality, I'm gonna do it. And I was just asking myself, like reflecting, like what did it take for me to get to this mindset, right? Or why didn't I get to this mindset before, right? And basically what I came up with is I was like scared because I didn't know what was that, like what was that really gonna look like? What would I have to lose, or who do I really have to become in order to like grab hold of the thing that God placed down on the inside of me? Like what habits am I gonna need to drop and replace? What mindset am I going to need to cultivate? Like what friendships am I gonna lose? Like what free time am I gonna have to give up? Like I was scared for the longest because like a lot of us would say like we want a thing, right? But 10 times out of 9 we all know that it's gonna take a totally different person than who we currently are in order to grab hold of that thing, because if not, then we would have it by now. So obviously it takes a whole new version of yourself, right? But for so long, like I was just kind of scared, like what am I going to have to lose? Like how much of myself am I going to have to lose in order to withhold that thing, right? And then it got to a point to where, especially after having my daughter, where I was just like, you got to pay the price. Like if you're a friend of mine or anything, like, you know, my line, I will say it, is pay the price if you want to live the life. Pay the price if you want to live the life. And I am constantly telling myself that, like, pay the price. You got to pay the price if you want to live the life, right? So that's basically what this is talking about, what this video is going to be talking about, just paying the price, getting people okay with the mind, like getting you to adopt a mindset that you got to pay the price if you want to live the life, period. But I got my notes so I don't miss anything, right? And what helped me get to that point, as far as being willing to pay the price, being willing to say, okay, I'm gonna let go of these habits, I'm gonna adopt these habits, like being able to basically tear myself apart to build myself back up, right? What helped me get to that point is creating a vision for my life, right? And that's going to be a whole nother video, a whole nother topic. But creating a vision for my life really helped me make things a lot simple. And what I mean by that, I think we all like have a little, like, I think God gives us all like little previews of like a coming attraction. Like he gives us previews. Like you don't get the whole movie, but you get little previews as far as like how you just feel that your life is supposed to look, right? But creating a vision, you on your own, like with those previews that God gives you, but creating a vision around your life of what your life is supposed to look like. When I did that, that made me like a-okay with paying a price. Like whatever it takes in order to bring this vision to reality, I am willing to do that because I see the vision so clearly. And that's what I want you to do. Like I want you to create that vision. I want it to be so clear that you can literally see it when you close your eyes. Like, y'all, I can literally see it. I can feel it. Like, I want you to get so clear with your vision that that's how it is for you, that you can see it, that you can feel it, right? Because that's just going to help you kind of correlate the work to that vision. So it's going to feel like down payment. So even though you don't get success right away, like physical or like sight success right away, you can know that it's like down payments. You're making down payments towards your vision. You're making down payments towards your future. Eventually, you gotta be paid off, right? You're not gonna be making payments forever, but you can look at it like that. But it's only gonna work if you already know what you're working towards, right? You don't have to know everything, and it's okay if the vision changes as you get older, as life happens. It's okay if the vision changes, right? But as long as you have a clear vision in your mind as far as what it is that you want, how you want your life to look, how do you want to feel, like things like that, and it's so clear, paying the price is, it's gonna be, I don't want to say nothing as in like it ain't gonna cost you nothing, because baby, it's gonna cost, but it's gonna be worth it, because you know exactly what you're doing the work for. It's gonna be, like I said, it's gonna be like you're making payments towards your future. Ooh, I love notes, y'all. But one thing that I want us to all understand is the price, babe. But the price is different for all of us. Like, the price of my future is going to be different than the price for your future. So the things that you have to go through, grow through, is going to be different than what I have to go through or grow through, right? But the price ain't changing. Basically, what I mean by that is just like, understand that God is doing something in each of us. He's going to do a work in us before he does a work through us, right? So I'm just speaking for myself. I know God got a lot of work to do in me. God is really still doing a lot of work in me before I feel like God will trust me to do work through me, right? And that's the same thing for each of us. But how much work God got to do in you is going to be totally different than how much work God got to do in me, right? So pay the price. Whatever you have to go through it. But understand that you're not going through it for no reason. That is not in vain. That you're going to grow through it, right? You're going to grow through the situation. And like, I feel like that's like a process kind of thing. And nobody gets out of process. Nobody gets out of the process, or like the season where God is working in them before we see it manifest and God is doing something through them, right? Even when it looks like somebody had an overnight success, right? It's not really an overnight success. We just saw them overnight, but we did not see them the many nights that God was doing something in them, right? And then for the, because we do live in the age of social media today where, you can go viral really quick. So, okay, that is an exception, but that's not the rule. So when you see people and they go viral and they actually truly did have overnight success, understand that that is really the exception to the rule. That is not the rule. The rule is God is going to do something in you first before God does something through you. So understand, you got to pay the price. Just get that in your head. Just get that in your head. If you already know, no matter what, like, I'm going to have to pay for this. If this is really the vision that God gave me, if this is really what I want, I'm going to have to pay for this. Like, it ain't just something that's given to me. Like, it's given to you because it's yours, but you got to become the person who is worthy of manifesting the thing, right? I know I sound so sick, y'all. Actually, I sound better. I'm sounding better, but I know I still sound kind of sick. But understand this. We all pay. Like, we all pay. Whether you want to choose to put your head down, get to work, and pay now and play later, or you want to play now, you're going to pay later. We're all going to pay. Like, that's the way life goes. We all going to pay the price. Either you're going to pay now for the future that you want, and you're going to play later, or you're going to play now and you're going to pay for the future that's given to you later. So understand, regardless, you're not getting out of the process. You're not getting out of paying the price. So why not put your head down and focus now? Especially like if you're like a younger girl like myself, like, if I could go back and tell my younger self like anything, the advice that I would give myself is just pay the price now. You can play later. And it's like, now I'm grateful that I have the mindset that I have now. But if you're a younger girl and you're watching this, like, the boy's still gonna be there. You're gonna find out who your real friends is down the road. Those clubs still gonna be there. The liquor not getting old. Like, none of that stuff is getting old. So put your head down, pay the price now, and play later. That stuff is not going nowhere, right? But just think about the person that you can be when you show up in those areas, relationships, friendships, that club, whatever, if you just put your head down and you pay the price now. And one thing I want you to understand is when I say pay the price, I don't just mean like become a machine, like you're working. Like, I don't think God made us. I know God didn't make us that way, right? Because God did not work every day. God rest, right? So I'm a big advocate for rest, right? Understand that rest is an essential part of paying the price. That is part of paying the price. And I had to remind myself that this past weekend because I was just going for the past like 30 days straight and no rest, right? And then I got sick. And when I got sick, it reminded me like, okay, Jazz, you need to include rest in part of this process because rest is essential. So don't think you gotta just be like a machine. You're just going. No, you need to rest. Rest is an essential part of it as well. And that's something that I had to remind myself, like, include rest in your process. You know, like some people are going to be asking like, well, what's the price? I don't know. Like I said, everybody's price is different. What you got to pay is what you got to pay. What I got to pay is what I got to pay, right? But the price is whatever you have to do in order to manifest that vision, the version of you that's worth like manifesting that vision that's down on the inside of you. That's the price. Whether that's like some sleepless nights, whether that's some tears, whether that's some like diligent work, like whatever that may be, like, you know, each, like deep down inside each one of us, we truly know what we need to be doing, right? That's the price that you have to pay. And when you're going after your vision, like, this ain't in my notes, but when you're going after your vision, like, we know what we need to do. And if we look at the tasks are actually simple. It's the fact of doing the task on top of doing life. That's what makes it a little bit more tricky because life be lifing, babe. I say that all the time. Life really do be lifing. But that's part of paying the price. Like, who you become in the process of while life is lifing and you're still going after your dream, that together, I feel like that is the process that makes you the person worth manifesting the thing, right? In the process of paying the price, just know that it's going to be some sleepless nights. It's going to be some tears. It's going to be some lost friendships. It's going to be some lost relationships. It's going to be a season where you need to be investing in yourself, like reading the books, watching the podcasts, putting down Netflix to look at podcasts. Invest instead of spending money to go to the club or hang out this weekend with your friends or this month with your friends. Put that same money into investing in a course or going to a conference, being in different rooms around different people to get different ideas, right? If you continue to do the same exact thing, but you want something different, that's literally insane. You literally have to do something different if you want something different, right? So I just challenge you to pay the price. Do something different in this season of your life, y'all. We are literally in the fourth quarter of 2023. Do something different. Do something different than you have done all year. Invest in different things. I'm telling you, my phone ran out of storage, so I'm gonna try to make this really quick. But I don't know if y'all listen to ET, but ET says something like, don't cry to quit. Don't cry to like give up. Cry to keep going. I don't know about y'all, but I be crying. Yes, I still be crying. I be crying, especially on the journey of going after your purpose. Like, I be crying because life be life, and I feel like life be life even more now that I have a purpose. Now that I've discovered my purpose, right, and I'm actively going after it. So I be crying, but I always keep that in the back of my mind. What ET says, like, don't cry to quit, cry to keep going. Okay, if you gonna cry, if you like me, you gonna cry, but don't cry to quit. And something else that's in my notes is like, if you quit today and you decide you want to start again 3 months from now, the price is still the price. The price is still not changing. So why quit? Like, why cry to quit? Keep going. The price is not going to change. You're going to have to go through or grow through whatever it is you're going to have to go through and grow through regardless. So why quit? If you stop today and you start back 2-3 months from now, it's still going to be the same. It's going to be that same pressure because God is trying to do something in you, right? So don't quit. Like, go through it. Pay the price. period. But that's really it. That's all I have for today. We will be back again next week. I'll be feeling a lot better next week, so the energy will be back high next week. But this is the price. The price is the price, babe, and I'm paying it. The price ain't changing. It's 12 something in the morning, and I am getting over a really bad cold, but the price is the price. The price don't change. So I encourage you, pay the price now and play later. If not, you're going to play now and you're going to pay later, but regardless, the price is the price, and you're going to be paying regardless. But that's it. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, comment for sure if y'all have anything y'all want me to talk about next week. Don't forget, follow my Instagram. I'm going to put that link below. And if you're somebody who is needing like just that one-on-one push, I have a free audio training that's out. It's a 9-minute audio training. It's me giving you like words, me talking to you. It's completely free, but if you're somebody like and you're in the middle of the week and you just need that extra kick and you don't have time to watch a 15-minute video, grab the audio training. I am going to get you, like, it's going to be like a reset. When you need a reset in the middle of your week, listen to the training. I'm going to put the link below, but just make sure you click it. It'll come straight to your email. But that's it. Follow the Instagram, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next week.